Hey everyone, hopefully you guys are doing well. So, for this week in world history, we are diving into the content of the Protestant Reformation. I've already uploaded the PowerPoint lesson on the Protestant Reformation. So, if you haven't already, please go check that out so that it can give you some more insight and guidance to complete this theme park project for this week in world history. And so in this video, I'm going to discuss about what I'm looking for in this theme park project. And so please follow along. So for this assignment, you may have questions about if this is an individual or a group assignment. This is up to you. You can either work by yourself, which I personally recommend, or you can work with a partner, but no more than 3 people per group. You can use either Microsoft PowerPoint or Microsoft Word to complete this project, or if you have another application to help finish this project, that is fine. Just make sure you let me know what you're going to do. And so that is up to you, whether it's an individual or group, but no more than 3 people per group. So remember the background for the Protestant Reformation. It had a massive impact on Europe and splintered the Christian church into many different groups. You had reformers like Martin Luther, John Calvin, King Henry VIII that challenged the papal or the pope's authority and argued for radical religious changes. While each denomination had their own beliefs and practices, they also shared some aspects of their faith. To analyze these major denominations creatively, we will be creating a Reformation theme park. So the materials that you need, you should use PowerPoint on the Protestant Reformation and the internet to help research the Protestant Reformation to help complete this assignment. So the procedure, you're going to create one massive Reformation theme park. And inside of the theme park, there will be 3 smaller theme parks based on different Christian religious sects. So the theme park you need to include on this project, you must have Catholicism, Lutheranism, and the Church of England. So if you're still confused by what I'm asking for, look below for an example here. So I'm sure most of you guys have heard of Walt Disney World. So the main theme park for that name is Walt Disney World in Orlando, Florida. So you have to have, that's the main name for the overall theme park. Okay, so now inside of Walt Disney World, there are some smaller theme parks like Magic Kingdom. You have Epcot, Hollywood Studios, and Animal Kingdom. So that's what I mean by a smaller theme park. So you're going to create a large theme park, okay, give it a name, and then inside of that large theme park, you have 3 smaller theme parks, okay? So one theme park will be on Catholicism, one on Lutheranism, and the third one on the Church of England, if that makes sense. Okay, what needs to be included? So you must give each smaller theme park a name. So for example, for Lutheranism, you could use Lutherland. And I will allow you to use Lutherland for your project. I'll give you a pass on that. So you can already get onto a decent start. But you must come up with your own clever or unique theme park names for Catholicism and the Church of England. What else needs to be included? Each small theme park must have 1 large ride, 1 small ride, and 1 restaurant. So that means you will have a total of 3 large rides, 3 small rides, and 3 restaurants, 1 for each group, for Catholicism, for Lutheranism, and for the Church of England. You must include a picture of each ride and restaurant. You can use Google Images to help you out. But I do not want to see, for example, a picture of McDonald's on for your restaurant, for example. Okay, You have to give each of your rides and restaurants a name. For example, you can use King Henry's Chicken as a restaurant because that has something to deal with the religion. And you must describe also what kind of ride it is. So, for example, just say that this, let's say, King Henry's Big Drop could be a roller coaster or a Ferris wheel, whatever you decide it may be. And what kind of restaurant is it? Is it going to sell burgers, pizza, or whatever it may be? That's up to you. You must also include a map of your overall theme park. This does not have to be complicated or difficult. So you can look on the next slide that I created, and you'll see a map of a example theme park. And if you're not technologically savvy, you can always draw a map of your theme park on a sheet of paper, take a picture of it, and upload it as well. That is perfectly fine. So this is an example of a map, okay, that I created on Microsoft Word. And so, this is very general. This is very basic. You can do the exact same thing, but of course, for Lutherland, I have the title of it up here. So you must, of course, include where it says large ride name. You just can't put large ride name on your project. You have to, put the name of your large ride on your map. Same thing with your restaurant, same thing with your small rides name, okay? And then also up here where you say theme park for name of Catholicism, you have to give your theme park for Catholicism a name, okay? You can't just leave it just like this. All right, so this is just a bare bones example of what you can use as a map for your theme park. So this right here is the rubric, okay, of what I am looking for. Okay, so here's the criteria right on the left. Did you have a name for your overall theme park? What's the name for your Walt Disney World? Okay, so as long as you provided a name for it, that's what I'm looking for. That's 15 points. You either have it or you don't. So it's 15 points if you have something, 0 points if you do not. Did you give a name to each of your smaller theme parks, for Lutheranism, for Catholicism, for the Church of England? Okay, so if you have all of that, good for you. That's 20 points. If one small theme park does not have a name, that means you're only going to receive 14 points. And if more than one is missing, that's only 7 points. And so, same thing for your rides or large rides. Did you give each large ride a name, and did you include a picture? And if you have all of that, good, 15 points. If one large ride does not have a picture / name, that's 10 points. And if more than one large ride does not have a picture or a name, you'll only receive 5 points. And that's going to be the same thing for the criteria for a small ride and for your restaurant. And then for last thing, did you have a map of your theme park? Okay, so does the map include all locations of your large rides, small rides, and restaurants? That's 20 points. If the map is missing 2 or less locations, you'll receive 16 points. And if the map is missing 3 or more locations, you're only going to receive 8 points. So if we're going to do the math here, the most amount of points that you can receive if you do everything perfectly, that is 100 points. Okay, so if you have any questions, comments, or concerns about this